In a world that never stops moving, where notifications demand our attention and our minds race faster than ever before, finding peace can feel impossible. Yet, peace isn't something that is lost, it is something that is buried under the noise, waiting for you to uncover it. The truth is, your mind deserves peace just as much as your body deserves rest. But anxiety, that restless energy that whispers worst-case scenarios and paints fears in vivid color, has a way of convincing you otherwise. It tells you that something is wrong, that you're not doing enough, that danger is near even when you're perfectly safe. But today, we're going to change that. Today, you're going to learn how to quiet your anxious mind not by ignoring it, but by understanding it. Anxiety is not your enemy. It is a signal, a messenger from deep within your nervous system saying, "Hey, something needs attention." It is your mind trying to protect you. But sometimes it overprotects us, turning everyday worries into full-blown storms. The first step in defeating anxiety is recognizing that you're not your thoughts. You are the observer. When your mind says, "What if this goes wrong?" or "What if I fail?" it is not predicting the future, it is running old programs designed to keep you safe. The trick is learning how to break free from those loops. Let us begin with something simple: awareness. Take a deep breath right now. Inhale slowly through your nose. Hold it for a few seconds. And exhale gently. That one breath just did something powerful. It told your brain that you're safe. When you breathe deeply, your body activates the parasympathetic nervous system, your natural calm-down mechanism. You see, anxiety lives in the future, but peace exists only in the present moment. Every time you anchor yourself in the now through breath, through touch, through awareness, you pull your mind out of the storm and back into calm waters. It is like taking the steering wheel back from a nervous driver who has been swerving all over the road. You're in control now. Now, let us talk about one of the biggest causes of modern anxiety: overthinking. Your brain is an incredible problem-solving machine. Its job is to look for patterns, solve threats, and keep you alive. But when it doesn't have a real threat to focus on, it starts creating imaginary ones. It replays conversations, analyzes mistakes, and tries to control outcomes that haven't even happened. That is why overthinking feels exhausting, because your brain is spending energy fighting battles that don't exist. The antidote: acceptance. When you stop fighting your thoughts, they lose their power. Try this next time anxiety hits. Instead of saying, "I shouldn't feel anxious," try saying, "I notice anxiety is here right now." Feel the difference. One approach resists, the other accepts. Anxiety feeds on resistance. When you stop pushing against it, it slowly dissolves. The mind calms when it is seen, not silenced. So observe your thoughts like clouds passing across the sky, some dark, some light, but all temporary. You are the sky, vast and unchanging, not the clouds that drift through it. Another powerful way to defeat anxiety is through movement. The body holds what the mind won't release. That tight chest, the racing heart, the shaky hands, they are physical manifestations of mental overload. When you move, whether through a walk, stretching, or exercise, you give anxiety a way out. You burn off adrenaline, release tension, and signal to your body that the threat has passed. Think of it like letting pressure out of a balloon. You don't have to run a marathon. Even 10 minutes of movement can shift your entire mood. And while you move, talk kindly to yourself. Anxiety loves negative self-talk. So counter it with compassion. Instead of "I can't handle this," try "I am doing my best." And that's enough. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. So speak words that bring peace, not panic. Let us go deeper into your beliefs. Most anxiety isn't about the present. It is about stories we tell ourselves based on the past. Maybe you learned that making mistakes wasn't safe, or that love was conditional, or that you always had to be in control. These subconscious beliefs run quietly in the background, creating anxiety whenever life doesn't match the old rules. But here's the truth. Those rules were written by your past self, not your current self. You've grown. You've survived. You don't have to keep living by outdated fears. Challenge those beliefs. When your mind says, I am not good enough, ask, says who? When it says, something bad will happen, ask, what evidence do I have for that? Often, you'll find your anxious thoughts have no foundation, they just echoes of old pain. The more you question them, the weaker they become. Remember, anxiety can survive in the light of awareness. Now, let us address one of the most overlooked solutions to anxiety: gratitude. It sounds simple, but its neurological lie powerful. Gratitude shifts your focus from fear to appreciation, from scarcity to abundance. When you consciously notice what's good, the warmth of sunlight, the sound of laughter, the fact that you're still breathing, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the same chemicals targeted by antidepressants. Gratitude isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about remembering that not everything is wrong. Try this. Every morning, before your phone, before your thoughts spiral, list 3 things you're grateful for. Write them down. Say them aloud. Or simply feel them. Do it consistently, and you'll rewire your mind to look for calm instead of chaos. Another key technique is grounding. Anxiety pulls your thoughts into the future, spinning endless what-ifs. Grounding brings you back to the here and now. A simple 5-4-3-2-1 method works wonders. Name 5 things you can see. 4 you can touch. 3 you can hear. 2 you can smell. And 1 you can taste. It's like pressing the reset button on your mind. Your brain can focus on panic and presence at the same time. It must choose one. By grounding yourself, you choose now. You choose peace. Let us talk about rest. The modern world glorifies productivity, but an exhausted mind can be peaceful. Sleep deprivation heightens anxiety, sharpens irritability, and distorts your ability to think rationally. You can pour from an empty cup. So prioritize rest. Create a bedtime ritual. Dim the lights. Put your phone away. Breathe deeply. Or read something soothing. Teach your body that night means safety. When your nervous system trusts that you'll let it rest, it stops sending panic signals all day. Sometimes anxiety isn't just mental, it's chemical. Caffeine, sugar, dehydration, and even certain medications can amplify anxious feelings. Be mindful of what you put into your body. Drink water. Eat balanced meals. Limit stimulants that keep your heart racing. You can meditate your way out of a caffeine overdose. Balance the physical first. The mental will follow. Now, let us touch on something deeper: faith. You don't have to be religious to understand this. But when you believe in something greater than yourself, whether that's God, the universe, or simply the flow of life, anxiety loses its grip. Faith reminds you that you don't have to control everything to be okay. You can release, trust, and rest in the unknown. That's the ultimate peace, not the absence of problems, but the presence of surrender. Another crucial skill is mindful detachment. You can stop anxious thoughts from showing up, but you can stop them from running the show. Picture your thoughts as passengers on a bus. Some are loud. Some are scared. Some are angry. But you're the driver. You decide where the bus goes, even if they're all shouting directions. That's mindfulness, allowing thoughts to exist without obeying them. Every time you choose calm action over emotional reaction, you train your mind to follow your lead. You may wonder, can peace really last? Yes. But peace isn't a destination. It's a practice. Just like fitness requires regular workouts, mental peace requires daily habits. Some days you'll feel centered. Other days you won't. That's normal. Healing is not linear. What matters is consistency, returning to your breath, your gratitude, your grounding, again and again. Over time, your brain learns that calm is the new normal. And here's a truth many people don't tell you: you don't have to eliminate anxiety to live well. You just need to change your relationship with it. Instead of seeing it as a monster to fight, see it as a child that needs comfort. When anxiety speaks, listen with compassion, not judgment. Say, "I hear you. Thank you for trying to protect me. But I am safe now." That simple shift transforms your entire experience. Because when you stop fearing fear, it loses its power. Let us visualize something together. Close your eyes and imagine your mind as a vast ocean. On the surface, waves crash and swirl. Those are your anxious thoughts. They come and go, sometimes calm, sometimes stormy. But deep beneath the surface, the water is still. That stillness has always been there. It's who you truly are. You are not the waves. You are the ocean. No matter how chaotic life gets, that deep calm within you never leaves. You just have to remember how to reach it. In those moments when anxiety spikes, your heart racing, your thoughts spiraling, remember this. Breathe, observe, ground, and trust. You've survived every bad day you've ever had. You raise stronger than the voice that doubts you. Every time you calm your mind, even for a second, you rewiring your brain for peace. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. So, let us recap the proven way to defeat anxiety every time. Awareness, recognizing you are not your thoughts. Acceptance, letting feelings exist without resistance. Movement, releasing tension through the body. Gratitude, shifting focus from fear to appreciation. Grounding, returning to the present. Rest, honoring your body's need to recover. Faith, trusting in something beyond your control. And mindful detachment, guiding your thoughts instead of following them. These are not quick fixes. They are lifelong tools. The more you use them, the quieter your anxious mind becomes. And remember, peace is not the absence of noise, it's learning to stay calm in the middle of it. You were never meant to live in constant fear. You were meant to think clearly, love deeply, and rest freely. You deserve that. Your mind deserves peace. So today, choose calm. Breathe deeper. Speak kinder. Trust the process. Because the mind that once panicked can learn to rest. The heart that once raced can learn to slow. And the soul that once feared can finally find peace. It's not far away, it's within you, waiting for you to come home to it.